say that with no lie. Tell they got heaters when these niggas get a clap. Safe sex and paychecks, I only freaking good. Suburban hood, did she love my early wood? Back to these non-rapping cats, write a 6+ in they lap. She be loving on my Jake, so I bust like Like, let's break down the wordplay real quick. She be loving on my Jake, like Jake Steve, the porn star, but then Steve, like Stallion. Like, I be out rapping y'all like, when I'm just playing around, bitch. Y'all get that? He stalking on my lippin' ass bitch, trying to get the tea. Rap niggas be messy than a blog, trying to get... What up? It's your boy Tyson. I do apologize for the absence. Y'all, like, I'm in a transitional phase right now. So, new job, trying to figure out, upgrading to a 1-bedroom out of this fucking cramped ass studio. All of this stuff has just been going on. So, yeah, content has been kind of put on a hold. I'm still working on music. And also that's another thing that's taking up so much time. Sorry, I had to boost my volume on my mic. But yeah, I'm working on 2 big projects. So, I'm talking like 40 tracks and all. So, in between the both of them. So I'm working more so on that than content now, but I'm keeping my eyes to the streets and stuff, the internet streets, I guess you want to call them that. And that is what we're here to talk about today. So go ahead and grab your food, your snacks, all that. Once I get moved in, I'll be trying to kind of figure out how to do more content. Also, I broke my ring light. So my setup right now is so ghetto. I have that Timo that light that changes colors. That's what this phone is sitting on top of. Now the angle look good, can't tell me shit. And one thing about it, 2 things to show, that smoke alarm, it ain't beeping. Take notes. But nah, for real. It's good to be back on camera, talk to y'all. So I want to discuss this Keith Lee situation. So let's go ahead and get right into it. For those who are unaware, Keith Lee is a former MMA fighter. He is now a TikTok food reviewer. And recently his pit stop in Atlanta has been putting him in hot water for what fucking reason we're about to find out. So first off, I want to start off with like a brief history of Atlanta now versus then. Like, I am from the CSR area, but Atlanta is literally like a hot skit, literally 2 hours, 1 hour and 40 minutes if you cruise control like I do on a certain speed and just watch out for state patrol. But that's another conversation for another day. I drive passionately. But nah, so it's not that far away. So I've been there quite a few times. Back when I used to Uber, I would do Uber trips there. And I just like noticed, even though over the last few years, excuse me, like I took an Uber trip 2019, and then I took one in 2021, I think. Even that short amount of time, you know, I think we're all in this weird space post-COVID where everyone is so like influencer lifestyle ambushed, that like, not even ambushed is not the word, but what am I trying to say? Enamored. There we go. Everyone's so enamored with flashy this and that. And I think Atlanta has always been kind of known for that. But I think especially with the trap influence that has happened over the years, because one thing I will give Atlanta is like when I was younger, I noticed more diversity amongst Black people. Like you had your Black goths, Black animes, your Black, hip hop people. You had a bit of everything. And it's like now you go to a lounge and you hear, fuck being good, I'm a bad. And I love Megan. I ain't got no problem with her, but I came to the lounge I don't want to whistle while you twerk at the lounge. I wanna like hear some nice jazz music, maybe some reggaeton, something like that. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't match the vibe of the ambiance of the area. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I've noticed is hookah and smoking. I am so glad that they are finally letting up on, the legalities of certain stuff, because I feel like, hey, without them legalizing Delta 9, we wouldn't have this podcast, because I'm not going to be smoking in my area and do a podcast and it ain't legal. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with that, but I don't want a hookah with my mimosa. I just came here for breakfast. I don't want a hookah with my sandwich. I just came here for lunch. I'm good. I don't want Delta 8 and my salmon croquette mixing together like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain stuff that I've noticed that over the years, even the last few years, Atlanta culture has changed so much. And I do think there are things that should be able to be, called out. And I think a lot of these business owners nowadays, everybody preached starting their own business during COVID, which I'm glad for these people. But here's the thing. I don't think you have to love what you do, but you do need to at least remotely like it in order to be even half decent. And to run a restaurant, you need to be more than half decent. So if you don't like a restaurant, if you just had fuck money, and that's what I like to call like money just to fuck around with, if that's what you had, then you need to start a business where you're not, maybe hands-on with customers or something like that. Because the restaurant business is... The restaurant industry is like no other industry. Food and beverage in general. You know what I'm saying? It's like no other industry. And guess what? You will not be able to please everyone. We just had this meeting the other day at the place that I work at. You won't be able to please everyone. But we make it our damn hardest to make sure that everybody has the best experience possible that we can make. And we course correct where we can. We're not pulling up or yelling at you to pull up and trying to fight you or run after you because you didn't tip us, or which that can be a conversation in and of itself, because Black people, we suck at tipping. We need to do better at it. I've realized that now. Some of us do well, but most of the time it's either we don't tip enough or we just straight up leave nothing, and then we be the one asking for everything that don't tip shit. It'd be that one Black person. So that needs to be a conversation in and of itself on the side of consumerism as a Black person, and with that conversation should definitely be had. But as a server, it's not your job to run after somebody who you don't know, who could be packing, who could be crazy, because they didn't tip you. I always like to look at it like this. My job, I'm a bartender. So, now I get paid a little more, so tipping is here or there. I still want to be tipped, don't get me wrong. But if I don't do it, I'm still getting a steady salary. And I also work in another department in the company. So with that being said, tipping is semi-important for me, but at the same time, the way I look at it, if one person don't tip, the next person will bless you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the hope. And you just gotta hope. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm having a slow night, if I get that vibe that I can be real with that customer, then I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, people aren't tipping like how they could, or, find a way to say it without necessarily breaking that wall of professionalism. But, if they ask, you making any money tonight? I'll just be like, something cute like that. But at any rate, neither here nor less. You have people that are running businesses that don't really care about them. And it's more about, it seems like, funding their lifestyle versus the business itself, putting the money in for staffing, having a to-go system. I feel like in this day and age, that goes without saying, that you should have a to-go system. And not to mention all these weird-ass hours. Like, okay, where I stay, there's a humanitary. For them, they're open 5 days a week, 10 to 4. That, although it's a small window, that is 30 hours a week. However, and they've modified it, so maybe throughout the years, it's been hard to keep employees. I don't know their whole situation, because that wasn't how the schedule was last time I went. But at any rate, neither here nor there. I was talking to a friend. I was like, okay, that's okay. They sell smoothies. They sell plant-based food. The market for here is not going to be as big for them and lucrative. At least I don't think so. For them to stay open that long. Because anytime you mention plant-based food to somebody here, some of them, some people will try some stuff. But a lot of people look at you like you just said eating roaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, if you don't eat that Jack Bean burger, that star fruit, bitch. But no, for real. Like, so I could see why they would have that window, 10 to 4, because it's smoothies and plant-based food. Those are kind of niche areas. And then not to mention the smoothies are, to my knowledge, natural and organic. So, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with a bit more of a price range than, let's say, you going to Smoothie King or, what's the other one? Damn. Tropical Cafe, you know what I'm saying? Which their ingredients are pretty clean too, but neither here nor there. So that makes sense. But if you're selling, like we have another cafe place that is Black owned, they sell soul food. Their hours are weird as shit, and I don't understand, like, because people eat soul food in the South. Like, people love soul food. So I don't understand that. I don't know all the legalities and all that stuff behind that, but, these are definitely concerns that are an issue both in my area and in Atlanta. Because every time I go to Atlanta, y'all, I always try to look up Black-owned businesses and at least visit, if not one, if not two during my whole visit, at least one. I at least try to do one. The last one, I can't remember what it was, but I really did enjoy their food. I want to say I did a now deleted TikTok review. I want to say I did, but if I didn't, I meant to. But at any rate, with that being said, yeah, like, you have to remotely like what you're doing and have a passion for people. Otherwise, you don't need to be in this industry. Like, it's point blank simple. You need to go take your money elsewhere and do something else. My next bulletin point is critiquing the critic. It does not fucking matter where Keith Lee was born. If somebody comes into your city to review your food, all they need is, guess what? A mobile device to post it and money to buy the food. That's it. Y'all sounding real elitist, real classist, and it's so funny how every other time we always talking about, oh, all the isms and this, but as soon as somebody says something y'all don't like, that's what y'all go to. And I don't see y'all having enough smoke. Y'all ain't trying to send death threats to Gordon Ramsay, huh? You trying to send death threats to Guy Fieri? And then, not to mention Keith Lee, like, Keith Lee handled his reviews a lot better than I've seen some of y'all in the Yelp reviews. I've seen y'all, like, I've seen this one dude tear us apart for our clientele. Oh, you can tell who, oh my God, what did he say? A silver penny from, he said something to the effect of, and I feel like it was kind of racist if I'm gonna be honest. But he said something in one of our reviews about basically you could tell the new money from the old money. You know what I'm saying? People who are used to it or something. He said something like that. It had racial undertones. I can't really explain right now because I saw it and I was like, bitch, whatever. But yeah, he left that review for our business. You know what I'm saying? Now that's somebody being picky. We can't do nothing about that. We can't turn away customers. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're being belligerent or, you know, fighting with us or whatever, then we have security for that. But neither here nor there, going back to what I was saying. That same classism and elitism that Black people always trying to bark at and call out, even though y'all love these rappers calling y'all broke. Even though y'all love these rappers telling y'all what they can afford and what y'all can't. But neither here nor there, that's another thing for another day. That's another story for another day. But yeah, this selective outrage over it, and then you sound just like the people you critique. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like y'all are focusing so much on him and the food, which at the end of the day, we all have taste buds. They are all different. There's some stuff just scientifically that I'm gonna like that you're not, and vice versa. It's not that fucking big of a deal. But I feel like because y'all are focusing on that, you know, these fucking dry ass biscuits. Wait, $1 for butter is wild. Y'all, bitch, I will walk out. And I'm not paying that tab either. You know, here you go. I might throw $5 at you. I'll be gone. I'm leaving. $5 for butter? I mean, $1 for butter at a breakfast place? I was watching Lovely Tea's live earlier. There was this place that she went to, $4 for a bottle of water that small. Y'all, this is fucking ridiculous. Like I said earlier, it goes to a lot of y'all's trying to get y'all lifestyle funded. Y'all not worried about the business when y'all set these prices. I'm not paying you $30 for 10 chicken wings. You can suck my dick. The fuck I look like. And it's a lot of people that's walking around with this mentality of, oh, it's Black-owned business, don't say nothing. No. Black mediocrity is deserving of scolding. That's a bullet point for later. But going back to what I said about critiquing the critic, instead of focusing on Keith Lee, y'all need to be focused on how to take these notes. And as I said further on down in my notes, take the criticism to your mind. Don't take it to heart. Do better in your business. There's no reason that somebody should be having an hour-long wait time. Routinely in your reviews, I see hour-long wait times. I literally just went through Atlanta Black-owned restaurants. And y'all, some of these reviews, it's ridiculous. You're never going to put up with that stuff at a chain restaurant. And instead of looking at it as, oh, well, they're Black, don't say anything. No, you need to look at it as, we're in a panini, still. And, you know, a lot of us, our funds are depleted. You know what I'm saying? We're restarting, rebuilding, redoing all that. So if somebody's coming to you with their hard-earned money, I'm not just paying you for the food. I'm paying you for the service. I'm paying you to have a good time. That's the mindset that you need to be in. And if you're not in that mindset as a Black-owned business, then you need to take your money. You need to do something else with it. Money will make money. You know, we're in a capitalistic society, so money is gonna make money regardless. But you don't need to be in a restaurant if you're trying to fight the first person that has something bad to say about your brown ass chicken wings. Next I want us to address the blurry line between business and social media. Someone that teeters the line with this very well, I felt, was Wendy's. You know, y'all remember, if y'all recall, like a couple years ago, they came out with like a mixtape dissing other restaurants. Like, you have to ride that line of professional and relatable. And I feel like for them, it worked. You know, personally for me, I was like, Wendy's diss track. I mean, at the time I was laughing, but it was like kind of like, oh, this is, you know, dad jokes corny. But, you know, if it works for them, it works for them. And apparently it did, you know. So that's fine and all. But what's not okay is somebody gives you a review and you get in the comments trying to read them and set them straight. This is not Real Housewives of Restaurantville. This is your job. What happened to decorum? So I don't understand how people are blowing those lines. You know, I saw, what was it, Milk and Honey? And I'm upset because I was telling my friend about them at one point. I was like, we should try them next time I go down there. But after I saw the way that he did that skit, and we're going to get on these skits in a second, because I'm sick of y'all. But after the way I saw him do that skit, I was like, oh yeah, I'll take my money somewhere else. Like, people don't come into places to be disrespected, and nobody's gonna tolerate that just because you're black, like me. Cause your eye can get blacker, and y'all don't be acting like that can happen. No, let me stop. That's a problem right there too, and that's another problem too. Why are y'all so quick to threaten with violence? Takeoff's killer's still free. George Zimmerman is still walking around, and y'all threatening Keith Lee. Go to hell, suck a dick. All the energy for your fellow black person, but you see a cop and you straighten up. You ain't talking all that, I'll fuck a nigga up, blah, 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 this shit then. So it's like, what is with that? Like, the way that y'all are coming at this man, and just other black people in general online, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Do better, do better, do better. Like, oh my God. We can be some of the most amazing people as black people, and then we can be annoying as shit. And a lot of times y'all seem to want to opt for annoying as shit, and I just don't understand. I don't. It's not that big of a deal. He ain't like they fucking biscuits. Most biscuits dry as hell. They are. It's okay. I just don't, over food. Like, this just goes to prove that my theory that all black people need therapy. Like, we're always talking about money when it comes to reparations, but I really think mental health therapy and to be honest, free healthcare in general should be given to all of us, because they used to experiment on our asses. Hello, Tuskegee. So I really feel like that should be a given with the reparations. But a lot of y'all need to go to therapy. Like, it's no way around it. It's not that serious. It's fucking food. And it's customer service. And at the end of the day, you open yourselves up to public, you also open yourselves up to public opinion. And if you're trying to run a professional establishment, then that critique and that criticism should not be taken to heart. Take it to your mind before people take it to your pockets. And you don't have to worry about a business for people to critique, because you won't have one. You can't be treating people like shit just because they're black and expect them to take it just because they're black. Or expect them not to say anything as a customer that went and enjoyed their experience just because they're black. Don't negate other people's experience. If you had a good time, I'm glad you did. Apparently, Keith didn't. Apparently, XYZ didn't. And it's not that big of a deal. You're not on their payroll, are you, for their social media? Like, the way that some of y'all are talking to this man, it's just ridiculous. And also, I mean, was he a bad MMA fighter? Because y'all do know he was an MMA fighter, right? You got hands like that? Because I just... I don't know. Y'all just talking to him all kind of rough and stuff. I mean, I imagine he was an MMA fighter, so I'm like, don't let the nice voice fool you and the respectful demeanor. I'm sure he has another side. I'm just saying. But neither here nor there. Yeah, I just think with, influencer culture and a lack of professionalism, all those lines have been like blurred. And people don't really know how to conduct themselves anymore. I see people, clapping back at people on social media pages, which at the end of the day, one corporation can't be responsible for irresponsible social media handler. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But even on Local mom and pop places, I'm seeing businesses that are Black owned going back and forth with people. Take the critique for what it is, apologize, and move the fuck on. Give them the fucking $10 gift card or whatever and move on. Ask them, what can we do? If there's nothing, sometimes people just want a bitch. They really do. That's something else that we went over in our meeting. So you just let them bitch and you going about your day. You saying something will permanently stain you forever on this forum. It's not going anywhere. It's online forever. You looking at this, being annoyed for a little bit, asking them if there's anything to do. If they say nothing, I won't be coming back, you won't be thinking about them tomorrow. But we're all going to be thinking about you if you come at them wrong in the comments. Like, these are not hard things to understand. They're really not. Next thing I wanted to post on, going back to the death threats. Black people's behavior in general online is just disgusting me lately. Overall, the back and forth gender wars, the stupid ass skits, stop. Oh my God. Like, I have never felt so much Black embarrassment in the last few years in terms of social media. Outside, like, social media has been like, you know, I would say it had that hit where it kind of changed when it was like 2013 or whatever. It's literally since like 2019, y'all niggas have been embarrassing. Like, left and right. Lady getting her face bit off. Baby mama, baby daddy skits. A lady thrown in the trash, Black lady thrown in the trash can. Black trans lady throwing shit at her on the street, thinking that shit is funny, acting like that's cool. Shit is cool. Like, y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are fucking ridiculous. Oh my God. Ugh. And it's so confusing because on one hand, I feel like you're only as strong as your weakest link. But on the other hand, I'm like, them Black people, there's Black people over there. Like, I hate to sound like that, but some of this shit can't be rehabilitated. Some of this shit, I just seen domestic violence literally 2 days ago. This nigga got out the car, he was already beating up on a girl. He got out the car, roughed her up, hit her or whatever. And poor girl, she's so deeply in whatever their toxic relationship is. It didn't even give her a second thought to maybe go up, because we were in the office, me and my peoples. We were in the office. She could have came up there. She went right back in the car. So that told me right there, this is the pattern. This is nothing new. And hopefully sooner than later, before something fatal happens, she wakes up, but all we could do is call the cops. But you know what I'm saying? And even that, our thinking is so backwards, because there would be so many people that would say, don't call the cops on that Black man for hitting that Black woman. So we just need to do better altogether. It's fucking sad. And there's no amount of excuses. I don't care if you was raised by a single mother. That is your job to get your therapy in your adulthood and heal. You're not responsible for your circumstances, but you're responsible for how you handle them. The same way that these restaurant owners are responsible for how they handle this criticism. Candy, I think, granted, she gave a PC response, but she gave a well response. I thought it was very professional, in my opinion. And I went to OLG. Now, I've heard her restaurant has had issues left and right. And, I've always tried to be graceful because, they got into the restaurant business. It wasn't like, I don't know if there's anything they're passionate about necessarily. I do know they're passionate about making money though. But, I've been to OLG. Me and my friend were talking about going to Blaze next time I come down. I need to see, how they're at with their issues now, of course. But when I went to OLG, this was 2021. When I went, it was fine. I don't recall anything. It was 2021 of like February, I want to say, or March. February, yeah. It was fine to me. I did think the prices were a little up, but I'm not going to lie, the portions were also good as well. I enjoyed myself. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not here to disregard anybody else's experience, because maybe they didn't have the same experience I had. But to me, it was fine. There was a little bit of a wait. So we just went down the street to the little popcorn shop right down there and got some flavored popcorn, me and the person I was with. And then we just came back. So, yeah, everybody's experience is going to be different. But nobody deserves to be attacked over theirs. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we just need to get it together with the online social media antics. It's so embarrassing. The contact embarrassment is just pretty gowns. So at any rate, Black mediocrity is deserving of scolding just like anyone else. It's so funny how and this goes back, like I said, to hours and staffing. The weird ass hours. Either you want to run a restaurant or you don't. What you can do, and nobody is devoid of this. Candy, I've seen her got dragged. I've seen K. Michelle get dragged. Her business, Puffin Petals, which I want to try to go there next time I'm in Atlanta. But I've even seen some critiques about her business. You know, it's a little small. It's a little cramped if it could be bigger. And maybe that was K. Michelle's way of, you know, just getting her foot in because, you know, that was her first restaurant. I don't know. But, neither here nor there. You know, okay, if you don't want to run a full restaurant, make it something that's themed. Like, for instance, a dessert bar. Them staying open from 4 o'clock to 12, or, you know, 6 o'clock even to 12 makes sense. It's a dessert bar. You come to get a little dessert and to get drinks. So that makes sense for them to open up. So maybe that's the avenue you need to go. You know, make yourself a brunch spot. Brunch spots don't need to stay open any later than, I think, like maybe 2 or 1. So you know what I'm saying? That way you can work with weird hours, yet it's still societally palatable. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying? Like, don't be selling regular ass food and then you only open 12 to 4 every day. And I mean, if you don't have the correct funding to start off, then just don't start. Save up till it's right. You know what I'm saying? Or like I said, go into another business. It's plenty of, I will support your shea butter. Go make some shea butter. You know, make it natural. Get you all the good ingredients. I love me a good shea butter. Y'all see this skin? This skin, I mean, God did that. 7 days, and on the 7th day, he rested. He made y'all somewhere in that. This world is my shell. Y'all just the oyster, something like that. But look at this skin. I will get your shea butter, baby. Shea butter, baby. Okay, let me not. Not with this thyroid. So anyway, that's what I was saying, though. If you need to tweak your shit, and tweak your shit. Take the advice for what it is, advice. Everything is not an attack. And that's something that I wish Black people would understand. Everyone is not trying to attack you, read you, threaten you. In the real world, people give advice and critique all the time, and they don't get hung up on it. I really wish a lot of Black people would take themselves out of Black-only spaces. There's nothing wrong with those, but sometimes your perception on the world is so skewed. In fact, a lot of the times your perception on the world is skewed because everybody was not raised in the same trauma that we as Black people are raised in. Everybody hasn't dealt with the same traumatic life reactions or responses or life conditioning that we've dealt with as Black people. Get out. See the fucking world. Get out of your Black ass bubble. And y'all will see that a lot of the shit that we do, unfortunately, we are products of our environment. So I try to be graceful in judging Black people. But a lot of this shit is not normal. It's not. It's not normal to run after somebody because they didn't tip you and want to beat their ass. It's not normal. And we ain't the only ones. I done seen plenty of white door dashers, throw shit at the door and stuff because people tipping $5 and left. As I said before, I don't understand why people don't tip. But I also don't understand why you taking the order that didn't tip. Because I used to do that shit and I just wouldn't take the order that didn't tip. But neither here nor there. We're not the only ones. But you know what I'm saying? There's an abundance of gross behavior that we exhibit a lot of times that we need to check. And that includes these businesses. Not just the restaurants, the salons, these Instagram hairstylists. Baby, Eric can take charge for that lace front. What he charging? You, baby, on the other hand, you're working out of your kitchen. You might not even have a license. And the thing is, a lot of us will skate on that if we see that your work is good, but I'm not going to pay you $300 for 4 cornrows to the back. You got me fucked up. And I had to wash it and pre-wash it and part it. And no, you know what I'm saying? At this point, it's going to get to the point to where everybody's just doing their own shit, and there's going to be no industries if people don't tighten up. Or what you are going to see, because I'm not going to hold you, if I find a white person that can do my hair just as well as a Black person and their prices are better, baby, we're in a recession. Where do you think I'm going? And that's coming from me. I ain't never thought I'd let a white person play in my scalp. I did not. But at the price of what y'all charging for these crochet locks and all this shit, I I might be going there. But yeah, moving on to solutions. I would say that variety is a good solution. Maybe everybody doesn't need a restaurant. Some people try brunch spots. Some people should try maybe just a bar instead of food. Get creative with it. Try some niche spots. I would love to see like a black anime themed bar or something like that. Maybe a place where, you know, a bartender could dress up as an anime character. So I don't know, just something out of the box. You know, everything doesn't need to be trap. We don't need hookah everywhere. We don't need smoking everywhere. We don't need TI in our ears every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We can get a variety going. We are so much more than just the one monolith that we tend to cling to, even though we say we're not a monolith. And anytime someone deviates from that, then they are ostracized or they are ridiculed by other black people who claim we are not a monolith. Make it make fucking sense. Another thing that I would say is to hire professionals. I get it, you want to keep it in the family, but guess what? Your auntie might not be general manager material. She might not. She might could throw down in the back. So she might be, you know, the executive chef. Maybe she could be the sous chef. If she don't know how to talk to people, then she'll need to be none of that. But, I mean, you know, if she knows how to talk to people, she could be the executive chef. She could be the sous chef. You know what I'm saying? Tyrone, he might not be management material. You might want to find somebody who can manage him or manage the team and have him as a worker. You know, if they're not working out as workers, then they need to go. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to keep that line of business and professional. And some people are just not going to be fit and suit for the boxes that you're trying to put them into just because it's my family, I want to look out. Do you want to have a career? Do you want to have a business that's thriving and alive? Or, like, I mean, you know, these are decisions that you may have to come across. And so, you know, all the keeping it in the family stuff, I get it and I appreciate it. And when it works, it works. I don't have a problem with nepotism when it works. But more times than not, you have people trying to put their family members in places that they are not suitable to run, and or positions that they are not suitable to be in. And that is a problem. So, you know, I would say staffing revamp would be good for a lot of places, especially in the Atlanta area. Like I said, more variety and cost revisement. I'm not paying you $30 for no fucking cheeseburger. I don't care if it is black owned. And then not to mention, like, a lot of these people, it's not like you're getting organic food. Like, you're getting the same shit from other places. So anybody that's, you know, been in on conversations with restaurants where it comes to vendors and stuff, a lot of these places get from the same places, even some of the mom and pop stores. So you're getting the same shit, but you're charging twice as much. And I get it. I get it. You got to see a profit. That's fine. That's where drinks come in. That's where, you know, I don't know, maybe a VIP section, you know, and that's the thing. All the VIP sections, some of that shit got to go too, because we just came here to eat. They don't need to be no VIP for us. Like, so I don't know, just the club culture, the trap influence. I just think a lot of that has been more to the detriment of Atlanta than the advancement of it. You know, when it comes to hiring people, make sure you're hiring good workers. It's okay to have some eye candy in the store, but if it looks like the strip club at brunch and you got the girls walking around in booty shorts and this is not Hooters, it's just things to think about. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, don't get me wrong, you know, I'm a man with eyes. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is your business. And I think that's just the overall problem. We have a lot of people that are running businesses that are not business minded. And yeah, they need to maybe take a second and regroup. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Keith was harsh in any of his critiques. In fact, I think he was real respectful. You know, he said, hey, we're not here to disrespect. We're not here to bash. Do not tear these people down. You know, I'm just giving you my experience with the service. And it's so funny how when his family came in, oh, we're cleaning, we can't take care of you. That one place, I can't remember what the name of them was. But it's so funny how when his family came in, oh, we can't help you. But as soon as he came in, oh, we rolling out the red carpet. that shit gotta stop too. Because at the end of the day, you kiss and ask for these celebrities that's gonna visit your business 2 times. These regulars are what make or break your business. And a lot of times, them celebrities and influencers, they ain't trying to pay for shit. They're not tipping shit. They're the most stingiest people. Y'all, go on YouTube and look up celebrity story times. Granted, some people lie and cap, and that's par for the course. But a lot of these celebrities cheap as hell. I heard Usher paid somebody with Usher dollars. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been Usher. It was one of them R&B niggas. I think it was him. He tipped a stripper, and when she looked, it was his face printed on the bills, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of these celebrities cheap as hell. And just because you have clout or you're getting a view or a look at your restaurant, it doesn't necessarily mean that's going to matriculate into funds, into liquid assets. So take care of the assets you have now, which are your actual personal customers that you see on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, those are just my overall thoughts on the situation. In a full circle roundabout way. Maybe I should do this more often, because I took notes, as y'all can see. Maybe I should do that, because this is my first, my second take, because on the first one I couldn't do the intro right, but other than that, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think down below. I don't know when the next time I'll be posting any content, but y'all will be seeing this today. And y'all have a happy Friday, and I will get back to y'all on my next video. Bye.
Sound hooks, I'm the littest one. Just sent your wifey 5 a text. So fresh and so clean. I keep it viewed on that Don Julio. 'Cause I be eating weed.